What it means to me with Seminole being 100 years old is this has always been my family, especially since I was a student here. One thing that's really cool is that when I went to school here, starting in first grade, the classroom I am actually teaching in right now and will finish my degree, finish my career in, is in the exact same classroom. So this is my home since I was 6 years old, and I have never left Seminole.
The thing that stands out most to me about Seminole Elementary is how embedded it is in the community. I was just telling someone, you could probably go out on Park Boulevard and just stop cars, and I guarantee you would find somebody that went here, had a kid that, their children went here, or somebody has some connection with it. Everyone I meet is so connected to this school.
I think I came in about 1942, and I was here for most of the 40s. It was a 3-room school then, and first and second was in one corner. Second and third was in the big room that has the stage, and fifth and sixth was in the other corner. My 5th and 6th grade teacher was my Aunt Winifred, but she's the one that had a certain amount of time every week that she would pull a chair up front and read to us. Sometimes she'd read the horse books and the dog stories that the girls loved. Other times she'd read action stuff that the boys liked. And I think that created a hunger for learning and reading.
5 generations of my family have been connected with Seminole Elementary School. I attended Seminole Elementary School starting in 1937, and I went here for 6 years until we graduated from the 6th grade. We had a jump board, which today would be outlawed because it wouldn't be safe, but that was our main activity. We would see one person be on one end and another on the other end and see how high you could jump. And we did that all the time. We just lived on that jump board. After the hurricane in 1921, there was Marvin's Chapel, which was the church for Seminole Methodist Church. And so when it was destroyed, everything was done here at the school. They had Sunday school services here, they had funerals, they had other church functions, and of course there weren't any other churches in Seminole, so everything had to be associated with the school.
My girls attended school here.
Oh, okay.
And I was president of the PTA, and I also worked in the office with Mr. Hacker and Miss Williamson, I think is her name. Everybody was like a family. Everybody knew each other. We were all friends. We all got together. Even the teachers, my girls went home with a couple of the teachers. If they made the honor roll, they got the privilege of going and maybe having a weekend at one of the teachers' houses. These things were different. Everything was more personal. It's special to me because it's a symbol of the community, and it has been here so long that there are so many people here that connect with Seminole.
I started teaching here in 1968 and taught here 26 years. An example of how things were different, I started teaching in a classroom for 2 days, and the population was growing so here that I got moved to the stage in the old building in the cafeteria. So I had 20-some second graders on the stage and no air conditioning, and I had to teach through lunch, and the cooks and the custodians, and there was a curtain, but it was old and we couldn't pull it, so I had to keep the attention of second graders and teach them while people are eating and dropping food and chairs banging, and it was a different world.
My relationship to Seminole Elementary is I was a student here from 1st grade through 6th grade. Once I left here, I went on and went to Seminole Middle School, Seminole High, went to college and came back as a teacher, which I am now a teacher at Seminole Elementary, and I have been here my entire teaching career. And next year I will retire after 31 years in the classroom and 36 with the county. The thing I remember the most was in 4th grade that our classroom was right next to the principal's office, and he was called Mr. Hacker was his name, and we could hear kids being paddled, so we called him Mr. Hacker the Whacker. So our class was the best behaved in the entire school because we were next to the principal's office. So those are a couple. And the other thing is that we had Little League here. At the back of the school was a Little League field, and that's where the kids went to play Little League, and everybody was involved with Little League. And one of the teachers at the school when I was here started that because her kids had no place to play after school.
So my history here at this school started as a child and a student and ultimately their principal. Well, we didn't have air conditioning in 1959 or 60 or 61 or 62. So it was warm, but you know what? We were students, and what did we care? We just enjoyed it. I used to play Little League for Blessed Sacrament Church, actually, and we played right out here in the field. So my Little League experiences were here at Seminole as well. It was a community school, and it's still a community school.
I just have memories, good memories of what it was like. It was a much more relaxed world then than it is now. We did not have all the testing. We just came to school and learned.
What does it mean to me? It gave me my start in life educationally. The teachers knew us and cared about us. I think that helped us. Being comfortable made it easier for us to learn.
You know, I think Seminole Elementary is what makes it such a wonderful school is the staff that we have here. We have so many teachers that have been here for 20 and 30 years. There's actually 3 teachers here who were students here and then came back to teach here. So it's just that community and how embedded it is in the community of Seminole that makes it such a special place.
I would say, you know how you have your own family? This is my family, and getting choked up. The hardest thing's going to be to leave next year with retiring.
And I just want to say that Seminole Elementary School, to me, is the best school that I had an opportunity to work in terms of parents who were so concerned, teachers, dedicated teachers who were so concerned. And when I reflect back on 30 years of education, I'm so happy that I retired from here. And as I come back now to say hello, it just gives me that warm feeling that I was in the right place at the right time.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's just wonderful that the school is 100 years old, that it's still here and still able to be used.
I am so proud that Seminole has reached its 100th year, and I hope that it will always be here as long as possible.